Satsang is param sukh. See, some things you can keep forever. Just like I am saying, there is only one fruit. That is satsang. There is no other fruit. Only one fruit. Even your chit chat should graduate toward conversation. Good conversation. Good conversation should graduate towards dialogue. More meaningful. Dialogue should reach to satsang, ultimately giving you the correct meaning. So there are ways to evolve. When you say, you have a right to say I am only when you know the whole, because you are all pervasive. But if you are not reached to that stage of realization, that is why you go to a guru. That I place my eyes, give it to you, you keep it safe. How will I recognize my guru? What is that? I said, even if the whole world put together wants to confuse him, he will not get confused. Why? Because he sees the whole world as 1/4 part of his.
We make this mistake even in moments of a perceived purity, that divinity identifies with us, secretly wishing that Guru or divinity shall see our extent of devotion. Means I cannot talk about devotion, but definitely I feel I do seek that attention from you and Guru Ma. So how to get over that?
Why you want to get that over? See, this has to be refined. It is like that. Getting over means some ego is left there. Otherwise, if I am looking at you, you would want me to look at me. Isn't it? So when it is that kind of purity has reached, then it will not pinch even if one is not looking. In human interaction, so long as our human vices are there, means we have not become pure, then anticipation will be there, expectation will be there. But it is in the fitness of things to look at each other, which is this is how it is. That so if it is in that domain, so it is not wishing away that it should not happen. It should be refined, that it reached to that level that if I am seeing attentively, automatically when we reach to that stage where we see the Guru or whom we are looking at as all pervasive, then that is looking at us also. Where else they are looking? So that is what, and the saints have said in various words, Nena antar avtu tyun hi nayan jhapyon, na ho dekho aur ko na tuhe dekhan deun. Ki you come into my eyes and I will close the eyes. I will not let you see anybody else, and I will also not see anybody else. Now if you bring it back to very human level, then it becomes something else. So we have to overcome that something elseness and make it to reach to the divinity. That is what it is, and that is how it should be seen.
Because I thought it was wrong when I am seeking attention. So
Anticipation, expectation is wrong. Devotion is right. Attention only. If the idea is that even if once Guru has seen us, we are through, we have got liberated. Once. That is what people pray for whole life, that one moment I'll have darshan, because we do not know when he is seeing, how he sees. It is like seeing from physical eyes, it is for human eye. But seeing is not this. Seeing is something else. That is why there are stages. We call them languages. One is Vivaikri, Madhyama, Pashyanti, Para. Pashyanti. That is when there from that stage if he looks. So when we reach to that stage, then we come to know that we are through. because I have been seen. Over. Darshani to mam darshan fal amit anupa jeev pao nij sahaj swarupa. He says if mam darshan has double meaning. Ki the one who has seen me or to whom I have seen. That fruit is, see, it is anup. There is no comparison to that fruit. Because the being gets my swarupa. He becomes verily me. This is the fruit of that darshan or seeing. So we have to refine ourselves to reach that level. That everywhere we begin to see that only. If there is anything else we are seeing that we are not seeing, we have not reached there. That is why we begin with one. Then people generally say, no, what is the problem? I will see God everywhere. You can't see even in one. You are talking about the whole. So we give at least in one place you get trained how to see at the whole world, everywhere, all pervasive. There only if you do properly, then automatically it will spread and you will begin to see more and more. So it is something like training only in some sense. In Satsang it is training only. We are getting trained to look at the world. So you begin with Guru, then you reach to your family, your parents, your husband and wife, children, your neighbors. Then by and by your that seeing increases. If Prime Minister you are of the country, you say this whole country is my family. Now your eye has developed, evolved that. And it should reflect in your behavior also. To the extent it is there. Now your inner you only know how you are seeing. That is the real thing which is going to give you the result. So it helps. It is not that if you are vying for something great, at least some distance you will. If you keep your mark as the highest, you will travel some distance because your mark is so high. But if you made the mark only low, then it is a trouble. That is why we say in Sahaj Smriti, it is only one goal to reach the ultimate. All else which you are getting, it is your pecuniary benefit. We have not, if you go old satsang, if you say I have so many times I have said so many siddhis and with these they come, we say no, these are not my goal. Because we don't want to get carried away anything less than that. So that is how it should be seen. That we remove unwanted things from that and then we keep as it is. Yeah.
So basically without any expectation?
Anticipation, expect they should go. By and by you see, then you should know. Because that is some return you are looking for. You are not looking for attention in essence. You are looking for return, something that I have invested this much, I should get this much. Which is so human. I am not saying it is inhuman. I am saying it is so human. But from human to divine, that is how we have to go. So we keep pondering what I am anticipating, why I am anticipating this. Do I need this for some evolution, or is it needed, or it is just pleasure? See, satsang is param sukh. See, some things you can keep forever. Like I am saying, there is only one fruit. That is satsang. There is no other fruit. Only one fruit. Now this is such a great statement if you look at it. If there is no fruit, then why are we working and doing so many things? So by and by you discover, then you discover why you are doing other things. But there is only one fruit. That is satsang. No other fruit is there. So when you evolve by and by, then you keep knowing the relationship between things. So some investment when you put, you want some return. But when you show that return is in a way some result, isn't it? But if you look from the higher perspective, then it is a process only. There is no result. You give it a name result. Like you are cooking food. And now you have kept for some time after cooking in your kitchen. You say this is the fruit of my cooking. Suppose you consume it. Then again you are ready for making another food and then it becomes a process. because you are not trained to see that. So you see in installment, this is the fruit of this, this is the fruit of this. So even if that corollary, that sequence, you get it right, then also you will reach to the same conclusion, that there is no fruit other than satsang. Not even sat is the fruit, satsang alone is the fruit. Because if you become sat, then you don't need anything. That means keeping body is impossible. So you, even a liberated being, keeps something just to live. Otherwise they'll cease to be human, their body will fall apart. Because there is nothing, how will it function? Nothing is there. Truth doesn't need, it is a standalone. It doesn't need anything to support it. Everything is supported by it. So if you have become that, though we say Satchidanand, everything, but these are degrees. These are not ultimate. Ultimate truth we call only eternal truth. Eternal means there is no beginning, there is no end, it is here and now, present. And if you totally identify with it, verily you become that, then you cease to be. In every sense. Something is unimaginable how small it is. But to keep that is how life functions. So we are all trying to reach that stage, we become one with the truth, and that is whole play.
Nowadays I see like the karma and fall, not that, but I see like problems and solutions. For example, when I pray or work towards a solution, when the solution comes, it comes as a problem to me for the some other reason. Like that same solution becomes a problem for me in some other context. Again, I have to work for a solution towards that. So what it was looking as if like problem solution and then problem solution, it becomes like either all are problems or all are solutions.
The idea is, that's why we say, there is a term I use, you may have heard it, yatha vidhi yatha kram. As the process is, as the law is, and as the order is. So there is order in things. When you solve considering something as a problem, then you have a order that if I put these things in this order, then it becomes solution. And now that solution somebody is seeing from little higher stage of consciousness, then it will see it as a problem for others. Then it will further it. So escalation. Then again the solution, next stage solution. So you may have heard in this in corporate world so much, this statement. And see, these marketing gurus generally speak that if you have to solve a problem, you have to go one stage above in the consciousness. It cannot be solved on the same level of consciousness. So in the ultimate run, consciousness is even. There is no level. But below that there are levels and levels. So we are playing in those levels. So one level is that of problem, another level is that of solution. That's why we call it a play. It's a leela, something is given to you, you are just playing with it. So someday you discover that this is a play, then you become sakshi, start enjoying the play. Okay, there is nothing here to say. And the other thing is, if you identify too much, then you get the fruit of the karma. The different law applies to you. Because you have come to stoop too low. You have identified so much with your karmas that they have started giving you fruit, which you don't want. I don't want either. Because you will have to undergo. But if you have become witness, you are a player, just seeing things are happening through you. So that is where the yoga and everything comes into play. That how to stay in that stage of being witness by doing maximum. So many ways. Jnana yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, kriya yoga, yogi yoga. Ultimately yoga. Some yoga union, some kind of union you have to apply. To be union means being one with that. One with that means just you are seeing things happening, untouched by anything. Then you are solution for everything. because you are just seeing how things are happening. So this is very difficult for people to visualize, that while you are doing also and you are seeing also, how many levels you have got inside you. When we say seeing, generally you imagine, somebody is sitting at best or standing and seeing everything. It is not like that, because he never identified with the body. He is somewhere else, seeing from everywhere, everything what is happening. That is what called seeing. This is not seeing that it is that is everybody is doing. Likewise, he also will appear to us doing things, suffering like us. Or if we evolve little more, we see differently. So that's seeing, but that is there. That is why it makes sense to be in satsang. Otherwise, it will not make sense. So this, if people understand very well that only satsang is the fruit, they will be free in no time, because they will start seeing from that angle how it is. Because it should fit where you are. Then something next will come. Then stay put there. Ponder over it. It is. Then become free from it. Ultimately you reach to that seerhood. Sakshi. As you are just seeing. Then you will do maximum. So what happens with us is we want to keep something and then we want to become seers. You will become that what you have kept. Because from him it is not hidden. What you are keeping. So, and that is how it is. You can't be partisan. Seer means seeing. Seer means this also come into that. You are seeing Atma Sarvas Bhuteshu, which when see, then you are equally seeing. Say this, that, everything is same. You are not differentiating anything. So that's why this need-based formula works. It makes sense. Need is there. Need can be for this, need can be for that, need can be for that. So nobody will say that you are unfair. When need is there, then because we are reasonable beings, so we say, this need is there. Suppose all of us are thirsty. Right? 1 glass water is there only. Then if we are human beings, we say, okay, 2 drops to each. Somebody is about to pass away because of that, we say little 2 drops more for that person. Again reason, compassion, everything. That's why these all which why the people, everything they are saying, and they come back to Vedic expressions, hymns. Why? Because they are having those principles. When I was saying this, doesn't it come to your mind, Sangachadam Samvadadam? We have to move together, whatever the situation. So we are saying who is in need, what. Not we are saying who has done what, so he or she should be given that. What is needed, for whom, that is. A need is different. That is why it is always said that if you are in satsang, if you are in sakshi, then you will behave properly. In the world, wherever conflicts are happening, if you see closely, why people are fighting and killing each other? They are human beings. Because there is no dialogue. And there are egos involved. But these two things make the scene hell. Otherwise, what is the sheep? Two people, two nations are sitting and say, what is the need for these people? Whether these belongs to this country or that country, they are human beings. What is their need? Let us sit together and talk. Don't you want to fulfill the needs of your country? Or don't you want me to fulfill the needs of my country? If this is the dialogue, then where is the problem? So dialogue is, so egos are involved. No, I will make my, I will do this. If you kill my 5 people, I will kill your 10. To show you that you can't do hanky-panky with me. Now to your people also, because they are also under the same fear, they say, this is the way. So look, my leader is so clear that if 5 are killed, he kills 10. So they are. So empowerment, yes, I say it is needed. Weakness, no. But what way? What is the style? In which behavior strength is needed? So those things, if we put them at right place, there will be no war. There will be only peace. The dialogue is not there. People's egos are involved. But these two things, what else? So if why egos are involved? Because they have not reached to the stage of seerhood. When people were wise, they used to counsel seers, even if they were kings. They didn't take anything on their own and say, this is the situation, what am I supposed to do? You people sit because you are seers, you have seen how the world is going, what will fit here, and they will tell that this will work here. And the onus will also go on to them, not to the king. But king was always ready, yes, this is what I have done. Because of my karma, I am placed on this chair. I have to take the responsibility of being there. That is how. But seers are also knowing that he or she is innocent. And that person is also knowing what seers have said, and they are telling me that this is the way to go. So there were that kind of societies, that there was no, you see, any kind of misery. That's why they call it Ram Raj. Ki if you are doing right things, then all these things will not be there. Nature also cooperates. If you are inflicting things over nature by not behaving well, then it will give you back, because it's transparent. You have created so much pollution, it is giving you back. The take back what you have given is there. Now new ways they are discovering that these dust particles are there in the cloud, very difficult to identify. Where will they rain? Where will they go? Over cities. Suddenly it is too much rain, suddenly there is no rain, suddenly it is cold, tomorrow it is hot. All we are seeing, because you have confused nature by your behavior. It is giving transparently. If you are behaving confused way, she is giving back. I am also behaving in a confused way. If you behave in a wise manner, the wise return comes. Is how it is. So that all was there in Vedic principles. They knew how. So they say, called us fools. Hey, these people worship nature. We worship every particle. This is our nature. हम worshipful ही है for everything. That is how we are. Because we enjoy that. हमें उसमें अच्छा लगता है. Instead of abusing somebody, we praise, we feel good. इसमें ही प्रॉब्लम है. Oh, you people are doing this. And so वही है. That is the issue. It's because we are in satsang, so issue is that we do not criticize anything. Even if we tell little truth, little deeply, automatically people will get criticized. That's the issue. इसलिए I do not say so deeply also. Just workable things I speak. It's like if you become too detailed, so the people will see, oh, this is about my face. So it's indication that people should learn their lesson quickly and correct their behavior. Then they will feel good. That's why. But there are little difference. Like satsang, we say it is blissful, it is ecstatic. If you reduce it, quantity, then you find it pleasurable, then it is a fine talk, then you have reduced the quality. So it should always be raised, the bar should always be raised, that it is satsang, state satsang. Yes, dialogue, even your chit chat should graduate toward conversation, good conversation. Good conversation should graduate towards dialogue, more meaningful. Dialogue should reach to satsang, ultimately giving you the correct meaning. So there are ways to evolve. If we do like this, then there will be right kind of behavior in the society, there will be peace. So that some standard of behavior, civic behavior, I say, there needs to be set. Nowadays people are not following those ideals. If you see, where are we listening from? From media, television channels or social media or anywhere, or where else are talks happening? People are not these days. Earlier people used to go to some place, they'll sit under a tree, some well or somewhere, and they are talking. So direct conversation is there. It was comparatively easy to quell any dispute because directly people were there. So facts, if somebody little twisted the fact, others say no, it is not like this, this is like this. So things are clear then and there because you have another perspective. Now some indirectness has come. So directly you are watching either TV or something, listening, and there they are not maintaining decorum. They just want to prove a point for their own interest. So truth they are not valuing. See, you are a human being, sometimes you may not be so close to the truth, other may. What is your problem in accepting that? That no, I am little far, you are more clearer towards the facts and the truth. So this has to, the right behavior has to put on right keel, even keel, that no, this way behave, then there will be peace. So everything has a dignity. That is why we worshipped everything. We were worshipful. So because we had know that seerhood when you have, then you have no duality, essentially. You know these are things. They function like this. So others, it is also knowledgeable, he or she also knows, yes, these things function like this. So there is no confusion. Otherwise, what Western or Gage has done is that they have put too much this thing weight on the individual. And there is a relationship between individual and society. You are living in a society. Interdependence is there. You are responsible where, despite having the discernment and power, willfully you go wrong. But there may be circumstances where you are not willfully doing anything. Because of certain factors, certain things are happening which are beyond your control. How can you be held responsible for that? And sometimes when it is put too much and you don't make them, mature enough, you mean society, to handle that, then people commit suicide. Why a child of 18 or 19 years commit suicide? What is his or her fault? Doing well, studying in good institute, and one day they end life. Because you could not give them right way to look at things. Or those who behaved in such a way with that person, you did not give them right education to behave properly. So who is at fault there? The individual who became victim for such an act, or the society? So it is cumulative responsibility. So we are connected with each other. And when we give too much individuality can only happen for sadhana, that you want to do some tapas or sadhana. Otherwise you are in the society, you have to go accordingly and better it. So everywhere, if we begin to see that dignity, then we will become worshipful. This is the way to live. It is, if somebody says like that, that's why I am telling these things. It is not that you are doing anything wrong if you are worshipful towards the world you are looking at. No, not only murti, statue or whatever you call, you are worshipful for every particle. Why to exclude any murti? That is also there in the world. Why to exclude any tree? Why exclude any stone or anything? No, you are worshipful for all. We are like that. There is no reason to be ashamed of. You need to be proud of and tell others that this is how we are. Even if you are opposing me, still I know the divine is within you. One day you will see. Because that they have been taught, unfortunately, no, you and your divine can never be one. Problem is there of the vision, which is entirely wrong vision. But people have to get educated and realize that if you impose them and they are not ready for it, then they will not accept. That's the problem. And every solution begins with the acceptance of the problem. If you say there is no problem, then what solution? Solution is only when you have a problem.
Guruji, when we say that divinity is within us, so where is it in the body?
Yes, yes.
And how do we feel that
Yes.
during meditation or any time?
Yes.
If you can.
So it has been described various ways so that we could move on in our sadhana. There's why three things I tell, that there are things which are compulsory, things which are necessary, and things which are essential. So divinity, if you all the time you have to come, then it is called tattva. Tattva means thou art that, or essence. So who is there, where is that in the body? By and by, when you keep becoming clear from your compulsions, means you keep coming to know that these are necessary things, like sleep is there, food is there. These are necessary, these are for compulsory for the body to exist. But when you sit in meditation, you transcend for some time. Though body is still there, but if everything aligns well, your body aligns, mind aligns, your current sarir you have, that also aligns, everything, then you become free for some time. Because what it is or who it is immersed totally into that. One glimpse of that is in deep sleep, when you don't know, but you wake up and you know you are there. During sleep, if it is deep, you don't know whether you exist or not, but you don't cease to be. So who is this you who come to, where was it when you were in deep sleep? It was with its adhisthana, which we call where what it really is. It is there. So that being there, so ultimately where is it if you see? It is into that. Now where is that? Everywhere. It is no local, that it is not here, it is not here. But as I keep telling by examples, that because we are, this scaffolding is based on grossness and sensitivity, subtlety or sensitivity. So that is how you see, that is why you go in meditation. Otherwise, if you are in some state, now the scientists have discovered this and they are proving that even while you are in dream, you can communicate to one another. They have proved it scientifically. But that requires some training. So people, those who are adept in dreaming, that they can monitor their dream. So they can send something to other person who is also adept in that art. So then they verify this, yes, you have sent this, I have got this. So this is the play of consciousness. That is why here when you reach to it, that's why we call Chaturth, that neither you are sleeping, nor you are in this waking state, nor in dreaming state, you reach to the fourth, from where everything you are capable of seeing. So one way you can say that is that which your question is. But where is that fourth? Everywhere. It's not located somewhere. Yes, it's as I said in the beginning, because we are this accustomed to seeing this in terms of grossness and subtlety. So examples again I give that of the nail, that if you cut your nail, you have no problem, but you pull the nail, you have a problem. You cut your hair, no problem, but you pull the hair, you have a problem. Because the relationship between gross and subtle is there. So where are they connected? Where is the root? Okay, today the science is available, you can verify from where the nails, this thing root is coming, where it is part of the material and where it is getting nursed and coming into the shape of a hair or a nail. You can figure out systems. So it is become in a way transparent through the eye of science. Biologically, so many things you are capable of how this is functioning. More and more subtly you will know the functioning, you will know what seers have been saying from the eons. But you should not take it as I am telling you to go back. I am saying just the reverse, come maximum in the present. Because there is no such thing as going back. Earlier also people have seen, now also people are capable of seeing. Now since science is developing, they are capable of seeing through instruments what processes are happening in our biological being. So with that they deduce there's something, okay, psychologically also you can be influenced. So we have these hormones and now we have come to know if this hormone is increasing, you have this kind of feeling, this hormone is increasing. So all these things, relationship we are discovering. But ultimate run, what will happen if you see it completely? That is where we will come back to those kosas. Thus this is Sthula Sarira, then you have Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Where is that? When you are free from the body. So when you are in meditation, sometimes you are not in body. Whom you are referring as you, that may not be in the body as you are in a complete meditation. That means, what is the relationship with the body? If you reach that state of seership, nothing more than any other instrument you need for any something. We buy so many things to do something, just like that. But we have identified so much with it that we can't even imagine, oh, this is like this. Like we buy a camera or a phone, like that you have a body. So this is the relationship. You are all pervasive. You are everywhere. So this is the journey. Say this thing, that if you have that transcendental experience in meditation, then you should catch hold of that, because that is your truth. You have undergone that experience. Otherwise people will meddle with you and they'll confuse you. So we go by experience. No, I have undergone this experience. Now if the whole world is saying, let them say. Perhaps this brings back to the question which is published today. Somebody asked that, how will I recognize my Guru? What is this thing? Though you have told so many things and all. I said, even if the whole world put together wants to confuse him, he will not get confused. Why? Because he sees the whole world as 1/4 part of his. 1/4 cannot disturb the 3/4, even if whole 1/4 is trying their best. So where it is, you are everywhere. This you have chosen as an instrument to see that everywhereness, experience. It goes again the same story, 2-3 possibilities. If you had identified too much with it, then fruit, another body, again journey. If you have reached towards some higher stage, different course for you. So this is how it works. That is what we are saying. That's why I have devised words are my tools. Otherwise, how will you understand what is the difference between immortality, infinity and eternity? But when you are thoroughly doing continuously satsang, you come to know this. This is immortal. When I say immortality, it means this. When I say infinity, it means this. And when I say eternal, this is it. So these are stages we move. But anything, see, all the pure things, be it imagination, which is my work of the mind, be your intelligence, be your memories, be your ego, all will give you the same result. That either you can be eternal or you are not there, no point in anything. In between will not make sense to you. You just deeply ponder it, and that's why it's such an open secret or open mystery, but people have not put themselves to it. That is why they are confused. See, ego is like where you place it. Ego means your sense of being, that I am. So then I am, when you say, you have a right to say I am only when you know the whole, because you are all pervasive. But if you are not reached to that stage of realization, that is why you go to a guru. That I place my eyes, give it to you, you keep it safe. So that any time this protrudes, you place it rightly. No, don't see it like this. This is not your thing. You have taken it for your evolution. It's like an instrument given to you. So you don't identify it, then you are free again. So this is how you go. That's why I say, what is the prime role of a living guru? Otherwise, what is the problem? You can go any stone or anything, you can make a guru and keep moving, because then it will become a dialogue between you and you. But if you have a living person in front, you say yes, he says no, then your ego has to get sublimated. You say no, he says yes. So he says, I have to go right, you say no, go left. So this is how it is. So ego is, that's the prime role, that our ego is demolished. Because that has that role only. That's why when we define eternity in Sanskrit, so every word we say, ahankaraya namo namah, that is also there. So why we say that? That ultimate whatever is all pervasive, we go down to that. That it is nestling us. That's the idea. It's enshrined, ashraya, ashram, all those words come from that only. Sharan, that all are there. It's something we are nestled into.
Guruji, like you told, like whenever you get that trance experience, you need to catch hold of it. Sometimes I get scared that I'm going somewhere and I try to open my eyes or like bring my mind to conscious. Is that right, Guruji?
No. See, if you are having an experience, you should not get scared. Scared in the sense, because you have handed over yourself openly. What is the promise between a guru and disciple? Word. He has given you said, take care of me. He said, I accept it. Okay, I'll take care. So when you are meditating and such things, you should not get scared. Nothing will happen. You will have something better only, more clarity. It's okay. That comes, I know, that fear and that complacency comes sometimes in experiences. When you are going deeper, you feel like postponing. Next time I'll see. Then I am so close. Anyway, it is doable. Next time I'll do. No. It's complacency. Then fear of moving somewhere, I don't know, in unknown zone I am going. I don't know what will happen. That is also an impression. Some connection with the body, deeper connection. That's why we say always that meditation is always under Guru. Higher meditation, as if for health and all people are doing this relaxation and all, that is fine. But meditation, because the beginning is there, Dhyan Moolam Gurur Murti. Your beginning is like that. Then if you are meditating, what else are you meditating on? Who knows? What are you doing? Who is doing what? So when you begin with that, then it becomes that one's responsibility. He is already taken responsibility. So nothing. So that also comes because of fear sometimes. So such things happen.